There's an ongoing tragedy surrounding Boone Trace that's not being addressed with any definitive solution as yet. The markers are disappearing and the roads are not marked. This is the Twitty's Fort marker, which fortunately is on a 1.1 acre piece of property owned by the city of Richmond and designated to be a park called Twitty's Fort Park. But as you can see, it's surrounded by what are called planned unit developments, and a loose bulldozer could ruin things in a heartbeat. This is a list of some of the markers in danger. It's only a partial list. Counting markers, buildings, cemeteries, and so forth, we found about 41, quote, markers, unquote, of the trace. And they are all in danger because there is no concerted effort to re-identify and preserve the trace permanently. And this needs to be done. Here's one in a man's front yard. He's a very nice fellow and seems to be aware of the value of what he has. But who knows what may happen when the next generation comes along. It reads 1775 to 1795 Boone Trace in Kentucky 1992 to 1942, which commemorates the 150th anniversary of the founding of Kentucky. 7 of these markers were placed by the Laurel County Historical Society in 1942. The roads are not marked. This is Highway 388, Red House Road, with Otter Creek running along next to it, which Daniel Boone followed into Boonesboro in 1775. The DAR also put out 14 markers along Boone Trace in 1915, indicating that they felt the trace to be of great historical significance 100 years ago. This little road, Boone Trace, goes to the heart of certainly all Kentuckians and extends to all Americans. And somehow it's been lost and forgotten. Remnants are slipping away to extinction. It represents the spirit of America to dream, seek, achieve, and triumph. It's at the very core of all of us. It is part of us, and we are part of it. I'll leave you with a quote from a book by Robert Brown, speaking about what opening of Kentucky meant to our country. But whatever lay beyond, on the sunlit pastures and hills of coming years, Kentucky was the key to First West. Kentucky was the threshold, the beachhead, to who knew what, playlands and empires of the future, farther west. So please, join us in this effort to rescue, restore, and preserve that little road, Boone Trace, forever.